Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Felix Arroyo. I'm the Chief of Health and Human Services here under the leadership of Mayor Walsh. And I just want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank the press for the interest in the subject. I want to thank all of the city staff and others who have been a part of the success of this program. I just want to state some quick facts. In February of 2015, the mayor, after meeting with different organizations across the city, was asking what are some of the voids that the city can help with. Many of the organizations that focus on mentorship, focus on bringing a caring adult into the lives of young people who are not their parent, right, to help guide young people, would say we're at no loss with young people who want this service. We are actually at a loss with the number of adults who are committing their time to this service. So what the mayor committed to do was to partner with them, and but through most specifically the man I'm going to introduce next in the organization that he leads, to recruit more mentors. He set a very ambitious goal. Frankly, when he set the goal, a little bit of me choked because I knew that I'd have to figure out how to make that happen, and I was a little nervous at first because I'd heard the difficulties of recruiting adults to do this work. He set a goal of 1,000 new adults to serve as mentors in 2 years. Immediately we reached out to the organizations that actually do the mentorship work, and I want to introduce you. There are many here, and I see you. I'm not going to introduce all of you, but I do see you, and we're grateful for what you do. I do want to introduce one who's become a fast friend of mine. He's Marty Martinez. He's the executive director of Mass Mentoring. We partner with his organization, and through his organization with the other mentorship organizations across the city, and what we call the Mayor's Mentoring Movement, where the mayor put out very publicly so that he could be held accountable, we could all be held accountable, 1,000 adults who would commit to serving as a mentor. We're not talking about meeting with a kid once and never doing it again. We're talking about commit to serving as a mentor as defined by the organizations who do this work, which is pretty intense work. And he not only was talking to city staff, of which he was, and we have a significant number of city staffs who have signed up to be mentors, but he was going to make this pitch all over the city, and he's made it a part of what he talks about often. And I now, to speak more to the issue, want to talk about someone who's a real leader in our city, someone who's been moving this hard, and someone I'm really grateful to say is a friend and a partner to our work here. That's Marty Martinez from Mass Mentoring.
So thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and thank you to all of our program partners who are doing amazing work. The Mayor's Mentoring Movement, under the leadership of the city and through Mayor Walsh, has brought together amazing programs. Many of them are here today from Big Brother, Big Sister, Generations Inc., Boston Partners in Education, many who are working to match young people every day with caring adults. And so thank you so much for all of these organizations to be here and to do the work that you're doing. The Mayor's Mentoring Movement has had much success raising the visibility and doing that work. We're excited to have worked with Joy DePina and the Mayor's Office of Health and Human Services, who have been big champions for our work. Thank you for all that you do, Joy. Thank you for the work that you're doing. None of this would be possible without the leadership of Mayor Marty Walsh. Mayor Walsh has been clear from the beginning of this work that this work had to matter, it had to have results, and he wanted to make sure that young people really could feel these relationships and get the impact from them. And I think the reason he's done that and he's articulated this is that he knows what it's like to have mentors. I think many people here know what it's like to have him as a mentor. And so I personally know that the leadership, that his office, the leadership of the city has really made this possible. And so we're not just talking about abstract numbers, we're talking about young people who are in relationships with adults that are making the difference around better grades, substance abuse prevention, violence prevention, workforce development, skill building, making sure that the young people in Boston have what they need. And so I'm so proud and so grateful that we've had the leadership of the city, but most importantly, the Mayor of Boston, Marty Walsh.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to first of all, thank Marty and Mass Mentoring Partnership for their great work. Thank you so much for everything you've done. You've worked as a partner with this, you've pushed us, and we've been able to be very successful here. I want to thank all the other partners that are here today. I want to thank the Bigs in Blue. We just signed up the other day with Big Brother, Big Sister. I want to thank Generations Inc. and so many other organizations for your great work. I've known Mary Gunn for a long time. Actually, when I was a state rep, Mary was in schools in Boston and Dorchester and with senior citizens, and it was amazing watching the seniors work with the kids as far as teaching them how to read and really seeing that the seniors are there for the kids, but the seniors are getting more out of it than the kids were because it was an opportunity. So I want to thank all the great organizations that we have. We launched this movement to build up culture around Boston and support our young people. We all know how important it is for our young people to have trust in an adult and really have that opportunity. It makes the young people feel safe. It makes the young people feel valued. It helps them build self-esteem, improve achievement in schools, and make healthy life choices. We aim to recruit 1,000 volunteers in a 2-year period. Our goal was at least 10% of those from City of Boston employees. So far, we've reached 1,356 mentors and over 10% city employees. We've shattered that goal. We talked about, in my State of the City, I talked about how in Boston arrests are down 25%. And we talked about we do that by lifting people up, not by locking people up. And when you think about, when somebody asks me, why is the number down 25%, I don't think there's one answer that can actually answer that question. But when you think about 1,356 young people having 1,356 adults over the last year and a half work with them on different issues, you have to understand and anticipate that is some of the issues. That is some of the reasoning for us having a safe city. But when you see the numbers that we still have shootings and homicides and crime going on in our city, we still have kids dropping out of school, it shows that our work's not done. And this is an important announcement because it talks about progress, what we've made, but there's still much more to go. Now, the city has been involved in this program for almost 2 years, but many of the folks that are doing this work have been doing it for decades. So it really is an important opportunity for us to double down on our efforts and really continue to move forward and push forward. We believe in the potential of our young people, or I wouldn't be standing here and many of us wouldn't be standing here. We believe, and I tell this to young people all the time, you can achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. Yesterday I was at the Tobin School, and I was talking to young people, and I was asking them what their dreams are, 8th graders in the classroom. And some said scientists, some said artists, some said police officers, some said basketball players, they said a bunch of different things. And I asked them all, I said, what is the common goal that you need to make sure that you can achieve your dream? And a bunch of different answers came, working hard and being good and all this other stuff. But then it came back to education and having somebody in their life that's productive. So we believe in our kids in the city of Boston, and I believe in our kids in the city of Boston. And I believe that mentorship can help and will help. I believe mentorship not only can help the kids the day before they get in trouble, but I believe mentorship is more important the day after they get in trouble. So when they're in trouble, to help them out of that trouble. And it's something that I truly believe in my inner core. I want to thank all of the great organizations again, not just the partner organizations, but Boston Center for Youth and Families. I see Chris Biner here. I see Will Morales here. I see Mike Saprizio here. I know the work that they're doing and the work that every single day that they're changing. Our Boston Council. I see our Veteran Service. I see our Fire Department. I see our Police Department. I see our gang unit cops. I see people that work in City Hall. I see a lot of people that are here because they want to be here, not because they have to be here. And it's important for us that we continue to support our youth, that we continue to make this momentum move forward. Today is the day to get involved. If you're here today, and that includes the press, that doesn't mean that you're immune to this. If you're filming this press conference right now, or you're going to ask me questions after, if you're not involved, we need you to get involved because you have something to offer young people as well, to be able to tell about your pathway to your career. So I want to thank everyone who's here today. I have to get this in because it's important. We want to make sure that in order to help, how do you help? Talk to one of our partners here. Grab one of our partners and say, how does my organization, or how do I personally get involved in it? That's one way of doing it and probably the best way you can do it. Or apply online at bostonmentors.org. Just go online, fill out the information, and we'll be in contact with you. Because together we can continue to make Boston the best city in America, and we can make the best city for young people in America in our city by allowing this opportunity. On behalf of the city of Boston, I sincerely thank all of you for being here today and for the work you do. And I also want to make sure I give a shout out to Chief Felix Arroyo, who from the moment that I said that we were going to work on this, and from the moment Michelle Obama and President Obama talked about making sure that we get mentoring movements in our cities across America, I reached out to Felix. He said, let's make it happen. And he has not let this go. He's continued to work on it, him and his staff. So I want to thank you, Felix, as well, for the great work you've done. So thank you. Any questions on topic? We'll talk later about other stuff. Any questions on topic?
Any of you signing up to be mentors behind these cameras?
Yes. If you want to sign up for mentors, just grab us over here. Thank you.